What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have my 2008 Honda Civic Si here. We're going to be wiring up some fog lights on it. This is a 2008 Civic Si coupe. On YouTube there's a lot of videos of people wiring up fog lights, and the thing is for a coupe Si from 2007 to 2011 it's going to be a little bit different than it would be on a 2006 Si coupe or even an Si sedan, base model sedan, or base model coupe. Now why is that? Well, it's because of this guy right here. This is your fog light switch. So what makes this different is this traction control switch right here. Now on your base models, they don't come with traction control, so there's no traction control button right here. It's just a blank button, which is where you put this in right here, and that connects to your fog lights. On your sedan SIs and base models, now the SI does have traction control, the base models don't the same way, but it's a little bit of a different setup. You have two dead buttons right here instead of your mirror controls being here. On the sedans, the mirror controls are on the door. What are you supposed to do with this button? Well, you gotta improvise a little bit. I don't want this switch to be hooked up at all. We're gonna hardwire the fog lights directly to the car's wiring. So, get out of here. What we're gonna use and need is obviously our fog lights, of course, and I already put brand new LED bulbs in these. These are yellow bulbs so that I can have it be a chrome housing, but still when the lights are on, they're yellow. We need our harness, of course, right here. And so this harness has the connectors, obviously, for the fog lights, our inline fuse right here, our relay right here, and then the fuses right here. Yep. And then this guy is what we're going to use to tap into a fuse on our interior fuse box. So I also picked these up from Walmart. These were not included in this kit. This is just a fuse tap right here, so we'll hook that to this guy and just a couple extra fuses as well, just to make sure we're good. It's recommended to take the bumper off for this job, so I got the car all jacked up on both sides. Once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and take off this little cowl piece right here. So it's just these two guys right here, two guys right here, come right off, slide it off the hood latch, and there's a little flat head, or excuse me, Phillips head in here. Take that off. There's one on the other side too. Grab that and you'll just be able to pull this off by the clips. And I believe that there is two screws behind this thing as well that you'll see once you get this off. And if you have fender liner, it might be a little harder. You'll probably have a few extra screws if you do have fender liner. So let's go ahead and pull this bumper off, guys. So y'all just make sure that you set your bumper somewhere safe where it won't get scratched. For me, I just set it in this pine straw to keep it safe. I got the wiring harness all mocked up to where it is essentially going to go. Obviously, that side is going to plug into our fog light on the passenger side, that side for driver's side, and from here, we're going to have to route this up through the car. Also, I would definitely recommend disconnecting the negative terminal on your battery just to make sure nothing has power. You don't want to short something out. Also, it's starting to get dark, but we got the wiring harness going up through here now. I tucked it behind the crash bar here, went up behind the headlight. You can see it comes up under the hood here. And so I just kind of already got everything where it's supposed to be. Just kind of tried to tuck them around this coolant reservoir because this does get hot since it's hot coolant. So just didn't want any of the wires touching the hose here or anything like that. The only thing that sucks is that this big coil wire I got here, I just wrapped it around that inline fuse to be easy. This guy is our power wire. He's just supposed to go and get power from the battery. But they gave us all that extended wire for no reason because look at the actual fuse tap wire.
Hell no, man.
There's not a lot going on here. So thankfully I do have more right here, plenty, so I can extend it to go up and behind the fender here to the interior, but kind of sucks because I wish they would have just already made it like that as it came, but it's okay. So everything is about hooked up. So I extended that wire, went flawlessly. I got the red power wire right here. It's connected to the positive terminal on the battery. And I got the ground hooked up to the frame right here. I'm gonna find a spot for this inline fuse, but our relay is just bolted in at the top here on this 10mm bolt. Fuse wire goes down around the battery and then through here, and I'm gonna tuck it all up on top. But for now, it's just chilling here. That's okay. There's this grommet right here on the side of your fender. There's a hole in it. Just stick the wire on through there. Super easy. And then inside the car, you'll see it come through. When you guys are ready to go to the interior, you're just gonna grab this little kick panel right here and just kind of grab the tabs and pull it off like so. After that, you have a lot more access to the interior fuse box. Right in there, you can see where it comes through. So that goes to our fuse box. I attached the fuse tap into here, but we're gonna use the accessory tap, which is number 35. It's cold out here, I'm like freezing. Before I call it a night for sure, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out our inserts here to put the fog lights in. So super easy, we're just gonna cut out this inner circle. I'm probably gonna use like a razor blade and just go along here. This was technically an OEM dealership installed option, so you know, OEM, these cars come with little screws here to install. Super easy. Same thing on that side, of course. Let's do it. One fog light is in. Still got to do that one. But wow, what a nightmare. This one took me a second. Overall, I mean, it looks okay. Definitely not great. Because these are the Amazon fog lights, and oh my god. So I had to bend the brackets, basically take out all the adjustment pins as well. And it just ended up being a huge pain. I had to basically reassemble the whole thing myself. I think I cut too much of the plastic too, because I don't know, the fitment, like I said, is really terrible. I don't know if they're supposed to be that terrible. I'm going to cut less on this side and see what happens. But I had to put this electrical tape on here like a ricer because there was like light coming through on this side. And there still is a little bit, as y'all can see at the bottom, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be noticeable. And I'm going to get the HFP kit anyway, which kind of like goes around the fog light. So it's going to be more in there. It's going to be a little harder to see. But I don't know, guys. As far as cutting goes, cutting is really easy. If you guys have a decent set of fog lights, installation should be easy. Now, you guys can cut from the back if you want, but I honestly found that cutting from the front is a lot better because I just feel like this is the section y'all are going to be needing to cut, and it's just way easier to see it on this side than on the back. On the back, honestly, I ended up cutting this ring, and like I said, I don't know if I was supposed to, but I just feel like when I cut it from the front, I could get a better estimate of how it was supposed to look and how the fog light was supposed to fit in here. If you do cut it from the front, be careful. I scratched my bumper like a tiny bit right here, if y'all can see that. Honestly, as long as the fog lights work, I'll be happy. I'm gonna go ahead, put this one in. Tomorrow, I'll get everything hooked up. I'll see y'all in the morning.
One day later.
Good morning, guys. So I got the bumper just laying right here. As y'all can see, I got both fog lights in. And yes, that second one I did was much easier than the first. It probably took me like 5 minutes now that I kind of knew what I was doing after doing this first one. But everything is hooked up. As y'all can see, fog lights are plugged in behind here. I got all our cables hooked up. Obviously, I gotta hide everything, but we're just gonna go ahead and make sure everything works before I do tuck everything up. I have this set to the number 35 fuse, which is for the accessories and the radio. So essentially, whenever I put the key in, the fog lights will turn on. They're gonna basically just act as a daytime running light. Car and accessory mode. Let's make sure it worked. And I see some light. Look at that, guys. It is working. And those are definitely yellow. Wow. But I think those are gonna look pretty sweet. Make sure everything comes off when we take the key out. We don't want them staying on. And yep, I don't see any light. Okay, yeah, we're good. Well, installation was actually pretty easy. It was definitely easier than I thought it was gonna be. And overall, the wiring was fairly simple. I know I didn't go too in detail with it, so I do apologize. But it is very easy. The only thing you really got to keep in mind is that this red wire right here with the ground tap on it, this is your power wire. So I have it hooked up to the battery because the fog lights need to draw power from the battery. Like I said, this is the relay. This essentially just tells the fog lights when to come on and when to come off. So if this didn't have the relay, if this is hooked to the battery, it would always be taking power from the battery, which would not be good. The fog lights would always be on. So that fuse wire that I showed you guys earlier that goes into the interior fuse box, that is connected to the relay. And so since I have that fuse wire in here connected to the fuse tap for the accessories and radio, as y'all can see right there, it's only gonna come on when the accessories or radio is on, which is when I turn the key. That is just my preference, like I said, but if you guys want them to, for example, come on only when you turn your low beams on, you guys can definitely do that. Just tap into your low beams on the headlights. Well, let me just get everything put back together, tuck all those wires up, and we'll be good to go. I'll get y'all some B-roll. But if this video did help y'all out, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment if it helped you, or if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all in the next one. See y'all later.